Howdy, IB. It's Ms. Kosh. I wanted to talk you through the project that I'm going to have you do. This is the other half of the quiz grade. So we did the probability part, and this one is the second half. So I'm showing you, this is kind of how you'll see it here, but I can also show you what I typed in. So I'm allowing you, you're required to do it, but you can work with up to 4 people. So on the first section, you'll tell me the class period, and you may work with 4 people if you would like. You're not required to do so, but I am okay if you can work individually, group of 2, 3, or 4. Okay, and so on each, what you're going to do, this is what it'll look like when you fill out the Google form. You're going to come to this folder. And I've made a Google folder of some of the sample IAs that IB has provided for us. So you have the different, I think they had more than 13, but I have 13 of them here. Okay, so that's what we're going to work off of. You can click on one of them, find the different PDF, you'll see the student work. And then you can also see the rubric will be found here. So this is these are posters. This is a poster that Mr. Vandershe has. You can also think of the rubric that I used when you did your practice IAs. Same idea. Just this, I had the link nice and easily available, and I thought it was pretty. Okay, so those are the different components that you're looking at. And so this is, if you notice, those 2 things are linked. Well, so you're going to grade 3 papers. And so if you notice on here, I've separated out section 1 is grading your first paper, and then section 2 has the exact same questions that you have to do. So I'm gonna basically, I just copied and pasted it frequently. Okay, so I have here why, give at least 2 examples from the paper explaining why you assigned what you assigned. So for each paper, you're gonna have to do the different components of the rubric and then tell me why. Then you have a third paper. And then the final thing is tell me 2 things you or your group learned through this process. So if you look here, so we're on the page with grading the first paper. Your first paper must be one of these 4. Okay, and so I narrowed it down. Of the 13, 4 of them are in paper or here, and then the second paper will be, you'll choose one of I think there's 5 possibilities for paper 2, and then there's 4 possibilities again for paper 3. So each group will pick, you'll pick one of this category, one of the next category, and one of the third category. It's a required question. So say you do the social media one, and then you're going to come through and tell me that on presentation they earned 3 points, and then you'll tell me why. Okay, and so this part here where the paper is available, that changes for part 1, 2, and 3, but the rest of it does not. And you'll notice even my question is pretty consistent throughout. So that's a little bit more work than the other half quiz. So you're welcome on the fact that the first half of the quiz was pretty easy, I would argue. This is a little more involved, but I think this will also be very helpful as you start to think about your IA for next year. So good luck. Best wishes to you. Work hard. Yeah, I'm anxious to see how you like this activity.